The question out there is Rigathi Gachagwa Moi's biological child? I want to answer it holistically in all approaches. But Kenyans, we investigate things through what I can call Kinoti type of investigation. You know, Kinoti, when he was the director of criminal investigations, his way of investigating things was that first of all he makes a decision and then he orders the investigation officers to follow a certain way. That is against the training we had in CID training school, because the training we had is that you investigate it knowing that there are only two people who are not guilty. That is the investigator and God himself. But anybody else is, you investigate with an open mind. Even the CID boss who is telling you, who has allocated the file to you, may be the culprit. But Kenyans, we have that mind of Kinoti, where we make a decision and later look for evidence to back up our decision. Let me start this way. Rigathi Gachagwa was born in 1965 or 66. 1966, the president was Mzee Jomo Kenyatta. The vice president, when Gachagwa was born, the vice president was Jaramogi Oginga Odinga. Daniel Arap Moi was chairman of the opposition party, KADU. But in 1964, KADU had dissolved itself and made itself into KANU. So if you want to tell me, and he was made the minister during that time. So if you want to tell me that a party that has been absorbed by the ruling party joined it, and some of the people whom the president is trying to groom, because Jomo Kenyatta was using the less active members of KADU to take on more active members of KADU, like Ronald Ngala. Now, Ronald Ngala was the minister for cooperative, and Moi was the minister for, I think, education, because Home Affairs was with Jaramogi. Now telling me, and if you know the character of Moi before he became the president, and we are talking of Moi when Moi was a minister. Even when Moi was the vice president, he was so humble. Telling me that such a humble person going to State Lodge, Sagana State Lodge, finding one of the workers there, a lady, and impregnating her. Anyway, millenniums may believe that, because nowadays you may even find very junior persons being very powerful. But during Kenyatta's time, all state houses and lodges belonged to the first family. That is from the angle of one angle. The other angle we have to look at it is that, yes, a lot of people resemble Moi. Lee Njiru, if you look at Lee Njiru's latest photograph, Lee Njiru was a State House spokesman, press officer. If you look at him, he resembles Moi. If you look at Lee Kinyanjui, the former governor for Nakuru, he looks like Moi, and even Gachagwa. I remember one time, with a light note, Gachagwa went to Nakuru, and maybe at that time Gachagwa did not know that behind his back people were saying that he is Moi's son. He went to Nakuru. When he was in Nakuru, he told people that we don't want Moi's son to be the governor, implying Lee Kinyanjui. But then again, when Gachagua was the deputy president, he went to Rift Valley, I think Nandi areas, and he joked to the people that I have come back home. Those are light notes. Gachagua comes from just neighboring the state lodge, but the looks are just, people look alike. Some people even say I resemble the blackest man in black Africa, and I also resemble Manu Dibango. Am I related to Manu Dibango? No. Let us now finish by going to Moi himself. Moi had only one biological child who was not Lena's child. Some people have even gone to an extent of saying that the girl resembled Lena. So this thing about saying that she was an outsider, well, I am a half a Luhya, I am half a Kikuyu. For 51% Luhya, 49% Kikuyu. But I have to tell you this. If you look at the Luhya tradition, and if you look at the Kikuyu tradition, as far as this case is concerned, is different. I would understand if that was coming from a Kikuyu. But a Luhya will tell you, you know, a Kikuyu, if you're married in a certain home, all her relatives are your relatives. That is the Kikuyu tradition. But when you come to Luhya tradition, a brother-in-law and a sister-in-law, those are couples. There is even a song that was said, Shemeji Shemeji na ukumwazimata, for those of my age and older. Among the Luhyas, a sister or a cousin, you can marry a lady and you can even marry her sister or her cousin or anything. Luos go even further. According to, leave alone these Luos of today, according to the original Luo traditions, if you wanted to marry a woman and she had a twin sister, you were to marry them both together. The first twin is the elder wife and the younger twin is the younger wife. I don't know whether you'll be compelled to pay one dowry or two, but that is how. I'm saying, according to some traditions, there is nothing wrong with impregnating your sister-in-law. Now, if the girl's mother was a sister or a close relative to Moi's, to Lena Moi, then according to Kikuyu, that is incest. But according to Luhya and other Western tribes, is that the sister or cousin or something to your wife, you can marry her, you can impregnate her. Now, lastly, let me finish with the law. People are saying that she was a daughter to a relative to Lena, which may be true, and that Moi adopted her. This is what the laws of Kenya says. You cannot adopt a biological relative. No, you cannot. One of the conditions of adopting a child, you have to make sure that the child is not biologically related to any of the two, the man or the woman. That is one of the conditions in the Kenyan law. Supposing a man is adopting his sister's child. Now, do you want to tell me that the child will stop calling you Jomba and start calling you father? And the child will stop calling its mother mama and start calling her shangazi? The Kenyan law does not allow even a distant relative to adopt a child. One of the conditions is the child must never be related to both the couple. So we go back to the story that the girl's mother may have been a relative of Lena Moi, but her biological father was Moi. As for Rigiji, he was born when the vice president was Jaramogi Oginga Odinga. There's no way an ordinary minister who comes from Rift Valley could go all the way to State Lodge and sleep there. That is treason. Lee Njiru, he also resembles Moi, and even Lee Kinyanjui. Thank you.